800 likes for the special one. While a normal random guy was playing chess with himself alone. What a weirdo. He thought it would be a cool idea to take his phone and tape something paranormal. I bet he felt cute at that moment. So as we just said, and by we, I mean I, what's the first action? The first action is that you take the pants off. Wait, that's the wrong guide. Now I'm not sure what the object that slides across the table was. It's like a useless piece of decoration. And since he has chairs, it's not a bad idea for one of it to move.
Anything on tape, or see if I can get any objects to move or anything. Hopefully stuff will happen. Okay, if there's anyone present here, could you please move something, move an object, move something on the table, do anything, please. Holy crap. Could you please do that again? Oh my god. Did you see that? That was insane. Holy shit. Oh.
I wish I had the ability to have this kind of connection with some people. He just asks and they immediately deliver. If I ask, they do deliver. Deliver ignorance. This next lady, with her sexy voice, but based on the priest she brought, I would think it's a trick. You know how some ladies sound so sexy you melt, but once you see them, your face actually melts, because you can't take in how hideous that thing looks. Her beauty isn't our main subject here. We need to talk about her house, which in my opinion, needs a lot of reconstruction. But she may better leave it as it is and move out. She has a plushie that likes to fly, and a door that likes to move, and a priest who likes to pray. These fellas also like music, and I don't have anything else to say.
Hola, día de hoy. Ay, no sé ni por qué estoy diciendo esto. Me acaban de abrir la puerta, sí, apenas. Estaba viendo unos videos y me la acaban de abrir. Esto me da un montón de miedo. Pero ahora sí me la abrieron toda, a mí ya me la habían abierto. Ay, güey. Perdón por la palabra, ma. No inventen. Ay. Chicos, qué miedo. Ahorita lo voy a parar del sillón y escuché cómo movieron el boot. Chicos, me acaban de prender esa cosa anoche. ¡Qué miedo! Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre, venga a nosotros tu reino. ¡Qué miedo! Santificado sea tu nombre, venga a nosotros tu reino, hágase su voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día, perdona nuestras ofensas como también nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden. No nos dejes caer en la tentación y líbranos del mal, amén. Tengo miedo. Se prendió sola. No. Me aventaron la almohada, ahora sí, ya se está pasando de lanza. Tengo mucho miedo.
Agüita, hijo. Eres muy valiente, ¿no? Sí, padre, ha sido muy valiente, la verdad. Muy, muy valiente.
Duerme siempre con un rosario.
Tengo uno, padre, a ver si... Ajá. A ver si lo bendice para que se lo traiga ella puesto.
Cada uno de ustedes pueden comprar la medalla también.
Sí tengo una, pero es la pura llavecita que la tenemos ahí.
If you are curious to know what else happened to this girl, is she still single or not? Well, buddy, I think you have to be a virgin for long because there are no details to be found about her. She is just as homeless as I am. Have you ever been in a mine or a cave and thought to yourself, maybe I found the place where I can stay and I don't have to be living in my parents' house anymore? Well, if that's your case, then you have problems. But here is our guy Mike, who entered a mine for whatever reason, and thought to himself, now that nobody can see me, I can finally do it on full volume. Little did Mike know that it was taboo. So he started hearing shit. Some weird voices coming out of nowhere. They sounded like people whispering to each other how these jeans are about to commit suicide because that woman is just too fat. At least that's what I heard.
All of this rock, you can see right here where some of these boards are bending. Do you hear that? Sounds like what is that, wind? I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. Do you hear that? It stopped. Well, I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but that's crazy. Don't know if that's a bird or I don't know what that is. It almost sounds like snakes, but wow. I've heard some weird stuff in mines, but that is definitely creepy. I don't know what that is. So let's get out of here.
I have never heard a wind that sounds like that. Unless it's some gay wind, and I don't think these are bats. But believe me, I almost pooped myself on behalf of him. Little Jimmy and his nanny Sophia, these are the names in my storybook. These two lived together, and they kept living happily ever after. The end. I'm not gonna say Jimmy's nanny is abusing him, but all I'm saying is, she is abusing him. At least to me. I felt abused on behalf of him. But what led to that? His parents, I guess. Or that ghost. Sounds childish, but here is the miserable story. Jimmy grabbed his camera, which just happened that he has a camera. He took that piece of crap and started recording. It all started with Jesus. I'm talking about the wooden statue he had hanging on the wall. He obviously got scared, so he ran to his nanny telling her what he is witnessing. She took him down, ground and pounded his ass, then took his arm and broke it in half. Then she spat on him. That's how I felt about what she said to him. She gave him that speech of, "You're a kid and making stuff up." Well, Sophia, he might be just a kid, but he is also a nice kid. I don't have anything toward kids, by the way. Anyway, the activity keeps going, an envelope falls. Sophia calls him a piece of shit. Another thing falls, Sophia slaps him with an insult. Even Santa came to life, and Sophia is still a skeptic.
You don't really see anything. What the hell was that? Jeez, someone just moved it. Just did a bang. Jesus Christ. Look, you can see this is like can see there's nothing on it. God, it must have been heavy to be able to move that. God, that was scary. What the hell?
What's that?
Santa fell.
What did that fall on?
It fell from there.
What did it break?
Nothing's broken. It just fell from there. It was literally there. I don't want to put it back in case it drops again. It was just up there and it literally fell.
Oh, shut up, stupid.
See, she don't believe me.
You are.
Weird. Nanny, you just see that?
What?
The card just fell.
What card?
That one there.
No, I didn't see it fall.
Yeah, because you haven't been watching.
You're acting me all silly old
So she just ignores it. She thinks there's nothing going on.
Isn't it time to play about them, Nathan? This is supposed to be a party tonight.
Oh, I don't remember that moving.
Oh, I don't remember that moving. Who's it? Oh, flipping neck.
Did you see that?
No. Stupid, your stupid game.
What stupid games?
Stupid. Stop it, Nathan. Stop.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing anything. I told you I'm not doing anything.
You're not funny. You're
No, I'm not funny.
funny at all. Well, my cards have got to put up.
Jesus Christ.
Are we all gonna wear masks with SpongeBob drawing on it and pretend like we can't see it? I mean, look at this house. Sorry, Jimmy, but I got to break it to you. Your nanny knows exactly what's happening. She is hiding something. Investigate the house. This is a short clip taken off of a long episode from one of these old ghost shows. It's like a child taken away from his mother, or like a widow whose husband disappeared under some weird and mysterious circumstances. He said he wanted some milk, then he went out of existence. He just lost his way back until he died due to starvation. Regardless, this team of ghost haunters had their friends sleeping, usually, when attending a sleepover with the boys. The moment you fell asleep, it's the beginning of the end for you. Here it's almost the same. But instead of the boys taking his I like how they illustrated the exact way he was sleeping under the blanket. They just forgot one thing, his genitalia, unless he had attended a sleepover before, and they did a surgery on him while he was sleeping. Now we all know how hospitals are portrayed in movies. You go there for a visit at night to your grandma, who has been there for 20 years somehow, and somehow she is not dead, and then somehow she dies, so she turns to a monster who haunts you, and you're locked inside. This is not exactly the case here. There is no grandma dying. But what in the world is this hospital? Why is it empty? It's not like it's abandoned or something. I mean, the elevators are working just fine. They are working so well they don't even need passengers. The devices are fully functional. It even moves on its own. How new is that? The weirdest thing about this whole story is the lady. What is she even doing here? It's not like she works as a nurse or something. Or does she? But I have never seen a nurse who goes around the hospital making TikToks about the haunting of her workspace. And is that my delivery guy behind the door? I'm not talking about my own door, but rather the one behind the hospital church. Is that what he had to go through in order to reach my house? These are such serious dumb questions. Here comes the deal breaker, the one question all the millions and the billions have been waiting the answer to. Where the heck is everybody? How is she even allowed to record like that? Talking about widows previously, well, this might not be really the case here, but she has the life of a widow in my very humble, innocent, cute opinion. 2 cats, watching TV in the afternoon, no friends to be found, and a TikTok account. These are the standards, especially since one of her cats is overweight, which means the lady spends so much time in the house she keeps feeding her pets. And I forgot one more standard: the house is haunted. So while watching the TV in the afternoon alone, which is such a boring thing to do, it was so boring an object had to make some noise, and the security camera fell asleep. In her bedroom, and we are not gonna get sexual, the door to hell opens. It's just a normal door, but it opened by itself. And I have no idea what that thing in the middle of her room is. It's like a trash can or like a cloth basket, regardless of what it is. It also moved.
Our surveillance camera caught this, and I'm a little bit nerved about everything that happens. And the fact that the camera just stopped at the end of this, I'm not really sure what to do about this. Just watch and let me know what you think at the end. My cat never comes up to me like this unless she wants food, so that might have been what it was, but she was acting particularly weird. For the record, I'm watching What Men Want, and it's on Amazon Prime. Our cat just walked away from me, and I felt like she knew it was coming. What the fuck? What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? Hello? Hello everyone, this is our experience on June 19th, 2022. I would like to thank you all for your continued support during this difficult time. I was fully asleep at this point, and I was trying to wake up. We were both half asleep at this point, and I don't really remember what happened exactly. I just heard a sound. It wasn't until we watched the video.
There are two solutions here. One, bring a partner, like a friend, or maybe get married, so you can experience this misery together, or take your fat ass pets and move out. Look, I know things back in the day used to be a little weird. Even gay people used to sound tougher. But I still can't understand some things. I mean, how is this building used to be a sanatorium? The Conjuring house looks cute in comparison to this freak of a building. People with lung diseases came here back in the day, not for a vacation, but rather a medical treatment. I really feel sorry for them the moment they enter the place. Depression already kicks in. Now they have two issues to deal with. This sanatorium is located in Germany, and a group of Dutch people went on exploring the place. Jan, or Sam, or whatever his name is. Let's say Jan, he and his friends were hearing strange noises, as if there were other people with them, and there actually were. And to prove their existence, they made the building collapse on Yan and his fellas. When the group ran out, they were confronted by a group of teens, and each of them had some kind of a weapon, like in the children's game Fortnite. And it all seems very suspicious. Why are they there in the first place? And why do they have flashlights? And why does one of them have a tall-ass spoon with him? Does his mother know about it? And where did the big lady go? There was a big lady investigating with them. She seems very lovely, but she is nowhere to be seen after the incident.
Het is hier een beer, als je daar aankomt, of je probeert daar aan te komen, gaat dan lichtjes, gaan er lichtjes beginnen te schijnen en gaat dan irritant piepgeluidje maken. En aan die, daaraan kun je eigenlijk zien.
Yeah. Dat is fucking dingen. Geen idee, ik zie dat er iets beneden lopen. Ik kijk een keer naar buiten. Heeft mijn zakman. Oh, hier zit iets.
Stijger raakt vast hier.
Hier is iets. Je weet het niet zeggen. Ik voel dat lekker.
Ja, niet met kind.
Wat was er? Daar was hij precies iets aan het pissen in zeggen. Ik moet even naar buiten, ik heb zoiets los dat je in shot hebt.
Een keer, hallo?
Goedendag!
Het moment toen we riepen, hallo, goedendag, niemand antwoordde. Waarom zou je niet antwoorden? Dat is het bewijs dat het slechte intenties had.
Je probeert het te laten. Nee, deze is niet juist, man. Hè? Hoe naar buiten dan? Ja. Huis?
Voor de andere kant of niet? Rustig.
Snel. Kom hier, Via. Kim? Alles oké? Hè? Ça va, Kim? Ça va, Kim? Alles oké?
En je op camera staan?
Ja, ik hoop het. Kom. What the fuck? Hè? Heb je opgespeeld? Wat? Airbags. Alles chill?
Yes. Are you okay? Hey.
What are you doing?
Are you okay?
We make lost places.
Huh?
Lost places. But we were inside.
We are inside. Bitte? We are inside.
No.
We are inside.
Maar nee, maar Mathieu, rustig.
Zeggen we crazy of zo?
We were already dead.
Maar nee, hebben zij English.
Not there.
We was inside.
We are here.
What have you done?
I found it here.
Yes, but you broke the house. It's coming down. We was inside.
No. I saw you.
Is it? Yes, we were inside. Look.
Rustig.
Are you okay?
Okay.
Are you okay?
We're nearly dead.
Do you have Wunder oder
No, but we are
Verletzung? Are you
scared.
injured?
Look, we are scared.
Yes. What happened? We heard it only.
You? I don't know what you do,
Hier,
but you have stepped the building. It's coming down. We was inside. Yes,
we was
have
not
seen you.
inside. Nee.
I
we hebben alles op camera.
Oder ist noch wer drin in dem Haus? Was
Nee, die kam doch mal rausgerannt.
Ja? Also ihr seid komplett.
No.
Nee.
We are not with them, eh?
Nee.
We are just tourists. I don't know what they do, but they come outside.
Wer war da jetzt drin? Wart ihr drin?
Hier met zijn stok, ja.
Later, toen ik de beelden terugkeek, hadden ze rare holsters aan hun. Geen idee waarvoor het dient. Ik dacht voor hun zaklamp, maar ze hebben zo'n zaklamp bij en een holster is zo. Dus ik dacht eventueel aan messen. Ik weet het nog steeds niet zeker of het echt messen zijn. Die ene had ook een grote houten lepel bij. Waarom? Geen idee. Hij vertelde eerst dat hij dat in het gebouw had gevonden. Maar dat kan niet, want geen enkel manier is mogelijk dat hij in het gebouw was, want wij stonden in het gebouw, dan moesten we dat wel gehoord hebben. De tweede keer vertelde hij dat hij het op straat had gevonden, maar kom aan, een lepel, een houten lepel zo groot op straat vinden, dat kan verder niet. Dat dorpje was zo proper, daar lag zelfs nog geen papier op de grond of geen sigarettenpeuken. Er kwam uiteindelijk 4 brandweerwagens met tientallen brandweermannen in. Er kwam politie met politiehonden om te kijken of er lijken lagen onder het gebouw. Ik zou gewoon niet willen weten wat er was afgelopen. Hadden we echt naar buiten geweest? Wat zou er gebeurd zijn geweest? Deze content moeten jullie zien, want deze is gestoord. Mensen die gewoon expres een gebouw laten instorten. Wij zaten daar binnen.
Wat is dat dan? Wat is dat?
Feuerwehr.
I'm not gonna lie, these teens, who most likely are behind the collapse, they provoked me so much I want to beat them up. And why does everyone speak a different language? It sounded like a bunch of monkeys. Pick a language, folks. A rock and roll try-hard looking guy was sitting down talking to us. And while we were listening to his career retirement announcement, something happened. I forgot what happened. Ah yes, his kitchen door went swinging. Let me just say one thing, I have never seen a door like that except in French restaurants' kitchens. The guy had mixed feelings about the incidents. Should he lay down and take it like a prostitute, or stand up and make a point? So he went with the second option, and while he was on it, the sofa in the living room, or whatever room that was, it got overhyped.
Bueno, están pasando cosas ya raras en mi casa. Escucho cosas en la cocina como si estuviera alguien, o algo se mueve la puerta, se escuchan cosas raras. La puerta ahorita te están golpeando. Yo estoy solo aquí en la casa, estoy solo. Y no, la neta no está chido, ya no quiero, ya me quiero ir, neta, porque por esas cosas, en serio, yo ya no puedo, las cosas en la cocina están muy gachas, ya no quiero estar en mi cocina, yo creo que tampoco quiero estar en la sala, ya tengo miedo de la casa.
Was he trying to send us a message when he said he was home alone? You know, when girls tell their boyfriend their parents left. And how about his lame reactions? I don't see scared gestures on his face. It is like a woman who divorced her rich husband. Like was confronting us about his activity in the house. Wait, his name is actually Nick. So Nick was telling us how miserable his life has become because of the haunting, which, by the way, has nothing to do with this channel content. Nick does editing tutorials, but since Sony Vegas has a very small fan base, I was one of them, by the way. So things weren't going so well with Nick regarding his tutorial content, so he tried to shake things up and see if his house feels horny. I mean haunted. And to everyone's surprise, it actually is. Because if it's not, it can always become. So while he was staring at our souls, the door behind him started touching itself. Nick felt it, so he took his camera and gave us a look around the bathroom. Luckily, the toilet was covered, so we didn't get to see his nuke's radiation. He even did the dramatic curtain opening. Then he went back to stare at us, and the door got high again.
So after reviewing the footage, I noticed that there seemed to be something either following me, or maybe it was a lens glitch or dust or something, but it really seemed pretty real. I'm not really sure exactly if that's what it is. Is that the spirit or something or a demon? I'm not going to come out and say that that's exactly what it is, or that I'm actually being haunted, or that this is actually a ghost video and this is legit stuff. I'm not going to say that because I honestly don't know. But what I caught on camera is there for you guys to see. You can interpret it any way you like, and you can leave it down in the comments below if you think that is... Okay, that door just like totally slammed behind me, and you know what? Okay, hold on. It's gonna come with me. So I don't know if you guys heard this door just slam behind me, but we're gonna see if there's anyone in here. This is the bathroom, by the way. There's no one behind the door. Okay. Hello? Is anyone in here? Okay, looks like we're alone. Okay, so as you can see, we are obviously alone. I'm just going crazy. Okay, alright, so we'll put that back on here. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to really do. This is the kind of stuff that's been happening when I'm alone and off camera. Like, this is the first time I've turned my camera on, try and get this stuff, and it's actually happening. Like, I caught that on camera. I don't know. I'm hoping that it's just my mind playing tricks on me. I'm hoping that that was wind or something weird, but I'm just hoping that it wasn't a ghost and it wasn't a spirit of some sort. But who knows? It could be anything. I don't know, but there'll probably be updates to come with this. I'm probably going to make more in the future to see if I can catch anything else on camera, but for now, I just hope you guys stay tuned. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, if you want to see me update more on this, and to hopefully get more on camera. So with that, thanks guys. Hope you enjoyed the video.
Bear in mind, this guy is dangerous when it comes to doing these things. He is a video editor, so a simple door moving is very easy to create for him. I mean, he didn't even show us what's beside the bathroom. But there is a chance this could be real. I don't know what this next guy's name is, and I bet he didn't even think he had a name until he became the video editor for Jack's Films. And if you don't know who Jack's Films is, then you're either a very old person or living in a cave. I'm gonna call him Clark, so he is just as irrelevant to the paranormal industry as pineapples to pizza. So while he was live streaming on Twitch, playing a random game that only people with 10 views on Twitch would play, he heard a noise. And since he is a gamer, everything to him is neat and cool. I dropped a very hot cup of coffee on my hand and got a second-degree burn. That sounds cool. I got shot on the streets and almost died. That was crazy. My parents are dying. Rest in peace, dude. You know how some of them could act, or most of them. I'm a gamer and I don't act like that. That was unnecessary to be mentioned. In the end, it turned out that his vacuum fell down.
Alright. How many people we got? Hello? Okie dokie. My little hand vacuum fell over for some reason. Whatever. Okay, so right over here is where he was caught. Here's the little hand vacuum that kind of just went like that. Probably a little softer, but that's roughly what it seemed to be. It was right here on the floor, so that's nice. Also, here's the stairs. going up, and here I'll go up them just so that you all know what it sounds like. I am being just as soft as I can, and it still makes this much noise. So, like, don't even try, bro. Trust me. I think it's just kind of neat and wanted to share, and I hope one day we understand the scientific reason for this phenomena, why it occurs and what's going on.
Now, based on his house decoration and how he sits everything up, I would assume he had that vacuum sitting in such an awkward position that it had no other choice but to dive and clean up that bowl of cereal, for God's sake. Now let's get a little dirty. Take your clothes off and put them back on. I don't want to see your abused fool of fat belly. Here comes Batman and his useless friend Robin. Jassim into law. They went together to this house in the hope they could find something interesting, and obviously they did investigate the place before, but they are looking for some kind of sorcery. If you don't want to go to hell, don't be a sinner. And if you don't want to get possessed, don't come near a haunted area. So while Jassim was going from room to room, seeing what could he find, maybe it's a gold rush, Allah was standing still, stuck in his place, staring at the corner. And I gotta tell you, it's a very interesting corner. Jassim was passing him by, telling him the obvious, and not paying attention how his friend is absolutely frozen in his place. And when he finally decided to take a closer look, turned out that Allah was drowning with mouthwashing.
علاء علاء ايش صاير؟
شفت كيف يخرب علي هذا عايد.
وش صاير وش صاير؟
ايش داخل؟
وش صاير؟
هذا كيف خرب علي كامل. هذه كانت هذه كانت بتطيح علي. بسم الله يا جاسم.
لا اله الا الله. تسمعوا الصوت يا جماعة الخير؟ انتبه يا علاء، ها؟ انتبه، هذه الغرفة اللي تقفلت علي. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فيه كتابة يا جماعة خاندي، فيه كتابة. أنا ما أدري وش إنه. علاء علاء، فيه كتابة يا جماعة الخير. علاء يا علاء، في هناك ما ادري اشوف مكتوب. لا اله الا الله. علاء 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 لا إله إلا الله. علاء 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 علاء. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. لا إله إلا الله. يا جماعة الخير، لا إله إلا الله. قوم علاء. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم، لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم، له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض، من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه، يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤود حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. لا إله إلا الله. علاء قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق. 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 بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله. علاء 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 علاء.
I should have warned you before the video to not eat while the video is playing. But here you go, right on time. The funniest thing is how he didn't feel anything weird about his friend staring at the corner the whole time. So I once heard a story of a group of people sitting down in the middle of the night, having some random ass conversations only young people can have. And one of them had a phone call he had to go outside to answer. So that's normal, but then he went back. He was very angry and silent. Then he went outside immediately after. The group didn't understand what happened, but didn't bother. Then that same guy went inside again. The group asked him, why did he go outside after he finished the call the first time? And why was he angry? He told them he didn't even get back until now. So that thing was just a jinn. The whole group left the place. This video has a similar tone to that story, but a group of people were playing volleyball when one of them went to get the ball and went back without his shadow. I don't know why this was funny and creepy at the same time. Like the guy went to get the ball and he saw something that scared him so much his shadow disappeared. That sounded funnier in my head. Here comes Shaylong, who lives with a guy who prefers to dress black. It has nothing to do with supporting black people. He just thinks if he dress fully black, he can be like a djinn or something. He may gain the ability to shapeshift and have super speed and go through walls. And Shaylong is acting scared to give him the comfortable feeling he needs, to focus, to make him feel like a djinn. He hired a guy to knock on his door randomly at night. He let his locks the doors on him whenever he gets into a room. He even let him have sex with him. Actually, this last one was made up. The black-dressed fella likes to move from room to room light on his feet. And there isn't anything much to it other than that. to save this man's life, I had to cut a part that might just expose him in front of people who know video editing very well. And you can't tell me he put it out on purpose. Then why sharing it if you know it's not real? You can ask every other person on this net the same question. 3 guys in a check, and the check, just as in horror and action movies, has no real usage other than looking pretty, acting like she has a unique charisma, breaking up with her stupid boyfriend, who will later on be beaten up by the main star of the movie, and then get in jail. So the hero can marry that check and live happily ever after. I think I went too far. But the only reason she is here is so she acts smart and look pretty. The other 3 are almost as useless, but at least they have the equipment. So this investigation is taking place in Italy, or at least that is where I think it is, since the folks are Italian. And because it makes me sound smarter and cooler. It's a kindergarten, which looks absolutely nothing like it. I bet even when the building was fresh new it looked something like this. They were lurking around to see what they could find, and you got to be extra blind to not see that it's 99.9% empty, except for these tree logs. And since it used to be a kindergarten, it's only perfect to see the apparition of a child's ghost.
Ci sono tipo dei tronchi. Sì, tronchi grandi. Tipo in cerchio. Come se qualcuno stesse facendo un rituale.
Ok, questo è stato.
Vabbè, ma non penso sia normale con tutte queste macerie. Credo.
Non penso sta altra gente. Già ve lo sentito questo punto, sono altri 2 piani.
Comunque un sacco di orbe ci sono qui.
No, aspetta.
Ok.
Cos'è?
Un palloncino.
No, vicino. C'è qualcosa che...
Cazzo, è vero.
Non vedo niente. Basta, cosa dite voi?
Sì.
Destra.
Prima o poi.
C'è una panchina. C'è una panchina, ragazzi.
C'è ancora di questo.
Non lo so, però in questa stanza sento qualcosa di pesante.
In case you couldn't really see where the ghost was, here it is. That is what they call a child ghost. And who says they appear like that? Absolutely nobody. If you do a research about what jinns do, you will know it's nothing like that. Now you may be thinking, usually that would be the end of your miserable day, a compilation of shit ton of clips, with a weirdo talking over it, then I call it a day. But this is a special one. The next 10 clips have been taken from the videos you see on the screen. It has been taken away by force, like a little baby whose father has authority and can do whatever he wants, so he divorces his mother and takes his son away from her. I took a clip from each video, the best of them on my agenda. Enjoy. Let us start with a clean sheet, a very straight to the point type of video, something so pure yet so stupid. A woman has been uploading a series of videos taken from her ass, I mean her security cameras, and since she isn't new to my channel and I had her here a long time ago, nothing much changed. The ghost just kinda got thicker if you ask me. He is now more of the shape that I create when I do a full blast, but it still needs more work. The bedroom is still active, they are still trying to hit on her. This thick-ass floating thingy who is supposed to be a ghost moves from one room to another, and for some reason whatever she puts in her closet doesn't seem to like the environment in there. I have never seen a doll open the cabinet door and throw itself outside like it's been slaved for years in there. The cat is having some difficult time understanding the situation. There is a rain of orbs in the living room also, and more shit.
Repost. This was simply mind-blowing.
Still trying to wrap my head around this. I was cleaning my room, heard a loud noise, went to the front of the house, saw the chandelier shaking, and the broom on the floor scared the crap out of me.
If I asked you what is the most disgusting thing you have ever heard, you may have listened to your own voicemails or called your girlfriend, but I have you a story that will change your mind. I'm not going to get into details too much because I care about your IQ level. I don't want you to get a stroke. Once upon a time, I had an exam in school and my stomach was about to blast my guts, and I couldn't take a shit. But if that sounds disturbing, you got to hear this one on October 25th of 1965. Don't worry, I wasn't born, so I yet to have something to poop out. But a girl named Sylvia Marie Likens was trapped in the house of Gertrude Banastewski, a woman who had a marriage-failing streak. And not to anyone's surprise, this woman is seriously mad. She had 7 children, and all of them were just as mad. As the old man once said, the apple falls far from the tree. Actually, this quote doesn't fit this story. Gertrude used her depression and anger as an excuse to torture Sylvia to death. Not only that, but she also called her children and neighbors for duty, and they didn't disappoint. The crime was so ugly that you will hear voices of a woman calling for help. And I want you to be as focused as possible so you don't miss the apparition behind the house's windows. I want you to be laser focused just like you would when you watch sex videos.
What up, Columbia? I can just edit this shit together. It's probably just filming this. Oh, well. I might not even put it in. Yeah, walls. Hey, walk around that house. I see it. Hey, let me see it. Walk around it. Hey, don't say nothing stupid. I ain't gonna say nothing. Get like close up. This is a freaky ass house. I know, go on the porch. This is where that little girl was tortured and raped and killed during the 60s. She wasn't raped. She wasn't raped, but she was tortured. This is a weird ass house. What up, Columbia? Does that top work? What was the basement? Like right over? This is the basement where the little girl was tortured. Dude, come here. This is freaky. As you can see, this is what the basement looked like. That's fucked. Oh, hell no. There's a picture of the stairs, too. Dude, I ain't fucking. There's a picture of the stairs. I think that's I swear to God. That's what.
A guy who sets his webcam at an awkward angle streams gameplays for the people to enjoy. Give this description to your old dad in case he questions why you watch people playing games. If you can find him, of course. Alongside streaming, he has caught some paranormal activity in his house, especially in the kitchen, which seems to be the devil's favorite area to haunt these days. in one of the tapes, and while the dad was having a conversation with his little daughter about catching balls, and don't ask me why this is necessary at her age, the refrigerator opens by itself, then closes again very aggressively, as if the demon is trying to say, I can't find anything in this damn house. So later on he checks if there is some canned food behind these cabinets, yet he throws everything just to find nothing. So some time goes by and our guy Demo decides to cook something, so heats up the furnace and prepares himself to make a meal only emperors can eat. But the streamer keeps turning it off every time it's lit up. Also, the bedroom is rented by Demo in case he wants to sleep. And he likes throwing boxes, and a little more.
So ideal, because right now I'm just working with a 30% damage reduction, or a 50%, but I only have 2 of the 3 fragments that I need.
My ball.
He's not catching ball with you?
Yeah.
You need somebody to play ball?
Is it gonna do it again?
I certainly hope not.
Close the door. You won't. No balls.
Oh. I'm done. Hey girl, are you ready to take a nap?
No.
No? 5 more minutes, then we have to go sleep, okay? We're gonna have to turn Peppa Pig off.
No.
I'm sorry, I know.
I think I saw this guy a while ago. I have seen some of his clips, but for some reason I was dodging him. I was dodging him so bad I almost looked like Muhammad Ali. I felt like, dang, I'm so good at this. But today he got me. I can't deny him anymore. This dude bought this house to live in it with his wife and pets. I know, what a weird story, but it gets even weirder. Because when he purchased the place, the photos that showcased this house had shown a crucifix in almost every room. And according to Mypedia, if you bought a property that happened to have crucifix in it, that means 3 things. 1, you have money. 2, you most likely are stupid, because old houses most likely have dark backgrounds. And the 3rd, whenever you see a crucifix inside a place, know that some shit is secretly hidden from you, and since this one had multiple, then you're screwed. Here is a summary of the events: chairs moving, a hanger hanging, a painting freestyling, a door closing, a nutcracker not cracking, and the dog needs medical help. His nut sacks are tickling him. A while ago I shared an investigation video made on the place in this next one. For a very long time, I was watching the investigation made on it from two different guys. Sometimes they did it together, and I'm talking about the exploration here, not the other thing. Anyway, I was always having doubts about it, until this investigator decided to give his take on it with one of the two dudes who explored it many times. He explored it so many times I felt like he doesn't have a house and lives in it. Anyway, this investigator, whom I will call Fazza, he seemed to be approved by the community in the Middle East to be the chosen one for this job, the job of revealing the truth in these abandoned places. He is not a prophet by any means, but some people are so obsessed. So what is he gonna do with the other guy? He is obviously not gonna rape him, but rather see if this place is actually haunted or is it all staged. And let me tell you, none of the sus dude or the jinn in this house disappointed. The jinn made sure he made an appearance and proved a point by moving some chairs, swings the chandelier, moves the doors. He made Fazza see red. He made him runs like a bull around the area fully charged. He almost hit me and I'm behind the screen. Even sussy dude was in shock.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. يا زلمه شو القصص اللي قاعده تتحرك في هذا البيت؟ كرسي تحرك ورب الكعبه. طلع. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. زي كأنه حدا جراد، بس المشكله لما اجي هون ما في حدا نهائيا بكون. انت الحين في كاميرتك انه كاشفيتني من وراي، وانا كذلك كشفيتك من قدامك من وراك.
أنا وياك وهيها قدامك والكاميرا.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وين؟ والله في واحد. كانت واقفة ورب الكعبة يا رفاقة الخير، قاعد بصور فيه من هناك وأنا واقف هون. ابعت لي الفيديو ضروري جدا، ابعت لي هسه بدي أنزله.
والله
يا زلمة مش عادي يا إخوان،
قسما بالله بعثت لك اياه.
بدي أنزلكم إياه هسه يا رفاقة الخير.
انا وقفت عند التصوير بس عشان ابعث لك اياه، قسما بالله شفت الاشي بعينك وفي كان حدا وراه، والله بقول لك، والله هسه رح تشوفه بعينك، والله بقول لك. في المكان يثبت وجوده. استحلفكم بالله باثبات وجودكم. شو؟ وراك والله وراك في واحد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، استغفر الله. ولك في حدا؟ في حدا؟
I just realized something. There is a new trend around the investigation industry on YouTube. If you find an old phone, make sure you put some use to it. Now I know what you're thinking, but you got to control yourself and put away these napkins. Let's rehab and try to take better control of ourselves. Anyway, you're gonna tell me that in some place under the ground in a random forest, there is a phone ringing. It's like my phone calls with my ex in my last days. We always had calls, but it was one-sided. I just have to call her and she has to ignore me. We were doing our roles well back then. But that's not it yet. Some random object that looks like a tray rises from the dead. If you saw an Undertaker match before, you will understand. But after all of this, and to complete the freak show, you got a figure lurking behind a wall. Because that's how the cool kids do it.
Freak, that scared me. Is that... Hello? Okay, so... No, wait, this... by anything, but... No. Okay, that... I saw it moving and I just completely... I have to go for my stuff, so...
If you live in a house that happened to be haunted, the first thing you think of is moving out. For you at least. For me, I won't have a first thought and a second thought. I go straight up for selling it. Let the spiritualists do their job away from me. I don't care. Even if there is a family heritage that I should have kept, I can think of 3 good reasons why it's better to move out. So our guy, who also was introduced in this channel before, he had enough of the paranormal activity in his house. After so many chairs moving and a ghost showing off on his security camera, trying to show who owns the house, and after messing with the lights, and so many orbs flying, and even trying to get physical with the man, according to him of course, and I don't know his name because he never announced it. But as a guy who works here like an adoption center, we also like to give them some cool names, so I will call him Tony. In one of the clips, Tony is hearing footsteps behind him, until he felt like someone just touched his shoulder or something like that. So I assumed that the spirit could be bisexual. So after all of this activity and many more that he has dealt with for years, he finally decided to call it a day and move out. It took him so long.
Got up this morning to get my coffee. I walked into the kitchen and saw this. So I guess you guys were right that activity seems to be picking up because I have been, doing renovations. I replaced all this stuff, this dishwasher, this stove, the oven hood there. But this morning when I came into the kitchen, I noticed the cabinet was open, and then I noticed this chair. So I checked the Ring video, and it definitely freaked me out. So Walker is back. I'm gonna go into the hallway and see if I can hear. It sounds like it's down at the end of the hallway. Right back there. Holy fuck. That felt like somebody's right standing behind me. Holy fuck. That was somebody right behind me. It felt like their face was right here. Like they were really tall. I just wanted to show you this. This is right after. But look, this is like a piece of the box fell off. All this junk that came off of it from behind it.
This morning, my wrist was burning. It woke me up. It was burning bad enough to wake me up. And I saw this, and I immediately woke him up.
When she showed me this, I thought, well, maybe she hit herself on the nightstand or something. But then I got to looking at, I don't know if it looks like 3 separate scratches here. But this, to me, looks almost like a thumb bruise. Like a little kid grabbed her arm, like the thumb was here and 3 fingers there. I mean, you see how big my fingers are to those 3 little scratches. Oh, no.
Well, it's still burning, so I don't know what it is.
My phone is acting weirder than hell right now. What the hell is going on? Oh, my God. It was faint, but when I heard it walking away from me, I finally felt like I could move, and I ran. I was trying to calm down, but I could hear it continue to pace, and then it kind of sounded like it came into the foyer, and I had to get out. And my brother listened to it, and he's gonna come Friday with some ministers from his church, and he said he's gonna sprinkle some blessed water and do some prayers, but it doesn't matter. I'm moving out. I gotta disconnect from this. I can't stay in the house anymore. I'm sorry. Whew, I thought this was gonna be easier. But I was in the kitchen and I heard something in here, so I came in here and I noticed this light was swinging. So I watched it for a minute and it never slows down. So I grabbed my phone. It's been going almost 30 seconds now and it's still going the same momentum. That is weird, guys. Look at that. Over a minute and it's still. And I didn't grab my phone for probably 20 or 30 seconds before. Over a minute and a half and it is still swinging.
Jason Patrick and the third wheel, he also has a name and it's Jeremy. They all went to investigate this mansion. To me it looked more like a normal house, but maybe the owners wanted them to call it a mansion so they don't have to remember the pain they went through after being tricked when buying the place. Now I don't know which one of them is Jason, but I will assume it's the guy who was clipped by a nice right hook, or should I say, a nice right rock. Don't bother subscribing. So anyway, as I just mentioned, a little rock was thrown at him. And thanks to him saying, it just hit me in the jaw about 5 times in a row, I was able to identify that the little rock hit him in the deck. But it clearly had some effect on him, because after the hit, the man was seeing things that no one else could see. A head peeking, a shadow figure standing, a naked woman. Well, that last part was a lie. The hallucination also transferred to his friends, so they also started feeling things. until it happened and I had to take a shower. But what actually happened was some activity in the house. Like a book diving, a ladder laddering, some unexplained weird noises, which could be one of them having diarrhea. But even the batteries were dying. Maybe one of them has a very serious type of diarrhea.
What the?
Is this the room where you worked?
What was that?
That just hit me in the jaw.
What was that?
I don't know. I'm not kidding you. It hit me in the jaw.
I know. I like. What is that, dude?
No.
What is that? A rock?
It was underneath this stuff. How the hell did it get underneath that?
All right,
dude.
I just got like a cold chill up my spine, dude.
I saw something go from your back to the staircase.
Dude, it literally felt like something was in my shirt.
Yeah. It seriously went over to the staircase just then. I'm not even kidding you.
What was that? Something got thrown.
What was that?
Was that downstairs?
No, it landed on the stairs and rolled down the stairs. I gotta go down the stairs. This is freaking me out.
I don't see anything down here, guys.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that, dude? What the hell was that?
Did you hear? It sounded like somebody run in that room. Did you hear that?
I did, yeah.
What was that?
What's really strange about this is that the book hovers in place for several minutes before falling to the ground.
Whoa! Dude, it fell! It fell!
Okay. Okay.
Dude,
took some books with it.
Oh! Did you just see that?
That's Patrick, right? That's Patrick, right?
I just watched it come down the stairs, man. That? I just watched it come down the stairs, Patrick.
No.
No. I just watched it come downstairs, Patrick. And I heard it. Did you see that?
The night vision, this just died. It just come. Everything's dying right now.
Hey guys.
Everything's dying.
All right, let's go, guys. Let's go.
Oh, God.
Let's go. Let's go.
Do you see it moving?
Yep.
There was like a scream. Oh, God.
Let's go. Let's go.
Do you see it moving?
Yep.
This
God,
just.
Please.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on.
Let's go, guys. Let's get the. Okay, guys.
What was that?
Dude.
What was that?
Something literally just knocked this from my hand.
Hey, guys.
I was holding it and I thought you like kicked me because it just like ripped from my hand.
No.
I need to leave right now.
Prepare your ass, because the next clip is the longest on the list. But don't worry. I know you're getting a middle-age panic. I promise you it's full of shit, which means it's full of paranormal activities. If you ever watched the very famous episode from season 1 of SpongeBob called Hall Monitor, you can relate to the next clip. This group of 3 are investigating this weird-ass hospital, who some said they saw the ghost of a nurse walking around in its hallways. Now these 3 split to different sections. One went to the church, and I don't know what is a church doing in a hospital. The other dude was stuck in a room after the door shut on his ass. He was like the raped lady in the Women's or Heroes type of movies. Finally, the third guy. Well, I don't know, he disappeared. Or actually, now I remember. I think he was also in a very small room, waiting for the door to shut on him. He wants to be a hero who escapes danger, and he actually got what he wished for. But the church guy, the fake pope, he was in the safest place between the 3. While the others were crying, he was talking about wine. And when he got bored, he went on for a prayer session. And it appeared that some mist was right behind him. They claimed it was a spirit's mist, but I can tell you, he got too cozy. He couldn't hold it for much longer. That was a thick fart. In the end, they gathered around to do surgery using the Ouija board. They crumbled.
No mames, no mames. No mames. No se puede abrir. No mames, no. No se puede.
No mames.
Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga a nosotros tu reino. Hágase, Señor, tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día. Perdona nuestras ofensas también como nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden. No nos dejes caer en la tentación y líbranos de todo mal. Amén. Ave María, llena eres de gracia, el Señor es contigo. Bendita eres entre todas las mujeres y bendito sea el fruto de tu vientre, Jesús. Santa María, Madre de Dios y Madre nuestra, ruega, Señora, por nosotros los pecadores, ahora y en la hora de nuestra muerte.
Parece que alguien más me acompaña. Estoy a punto de colapsar. Sus nervios.
Se movió, güey. ¿Lo grabaste, cámara 2? Sí, güey. Vi cómo... Güey, no mames.
¿Lo tienen?
Qué chingados, sí, güey.
Ay, no mames, L.
Qué chingados, güey. Qué chingados, güey. Qué chingados.
¡Ay, no mames! ¡No! No mames. Güey. No mames.
No mames, güey. Te lo aventaron, güey.
Güey, casi me caí encima.
No mames, ¿qué pasó? Casi le cae esa tabla encima, güey.
Güey, está pesadísima, ¿eh?
You moved to a new house. Congratulations. I hope you find joy and peace in this new place. But seriously, you move into this new house and you start noticing weird stuff. What have we learned? You sell the damn place. But I just acquired it. Listen to me, you dumb duck. You deserve worse. I mean better. Here is a guy who moved to a new house, I assume, and some jinn welcomed him with pleasure. Not a blowjob pleasure, but rather a paranormal pleasure. He would be sitting watching the turned-off TV. What a weirdo. Then he hears some noise. Could be anything really, like when was the last time you checked on your wife? So he walks into the room where the sounds are coming from, and he sees the unforgivable. The forbidden. The nothing. Just the car toy moving and making sounds, without batteries though. He would be cleaning the room with a broom, on rhyme. He decides to take a nap after working so hard for 60 seconds straight. Then something finds his jacket nice, so he tries to take it off. A plushie would be sitting on the couch, then it moves, so basic. You know what else is basic? The cabinets in the kitchen opening. That's like level 1 paranormal to me. But while his kid was playing outside, guess what he finds? Your mama's wig and a skull. The kid sits there looking at his dad, confused. Like, Dad, what is this? Why are we still here? Do I have to beat you up again? Then the window went crazy. The window part was real. So if you reached this far, congratulations, you are a legend. You have finally committed to something in your life. And to top it all off, put that cherry that has been left in your refrigerator for years on top and subscribe.